Good morning. I'm Lynn, and this is
Arnie.
And not only is he handsome, but he's handy.
Okay, let's
And
move
welcome
on.
to another day at Ewetopia Farms. We have a lot happening today. We're going to check on the new lamb pen and look at some lambs while we're there. We're going to talk about Dorset condition and Dorset feeding. We're going to have a look at our rams. Then we're going to go disc some fields where we had beans. We're going to get off the last of the beans, and then we're going to load them and ship them away in the fog. We got another busy day in store, so let's get started. First thing I had to do was deliver the mail down to the end of the box. The dogs know that they're not supposed to come down the driveway when I do that. Ben came down to see me as I was walking back up, but Katie still knows to stay there until I call her off. Hi, Katie. Were you a good girl? Max, of course, does his stalking thing. Right now he's hiding underneath the tractor where he thinks that absolutely no one can see him. So first things first, Arnie's getting prepared to bring all this grain over to the coveralls. They'll be feeding that this morning, and he's got a new bag of limestone that we give to the rams, and that's what it is there. Okay, he's just got to also pick up a bag of soybean meal that we also ordered. You saw we got that from our feed dealer yesterday. And this is the meal that we sprinkle on top of the creep feed for the lambs to encourage them to start eating. And the soybean meal, as you can see, that's upside down. The soybean meal is 48% protein. So this is the new lamb pen today. Everybody's nice and calm. All the ewes are at the feeder. Some lambs are out there playing. The bottle babies just had their bottles. And there's a few of them in here eating their creep. I thought we'd take a little break here and see how the lambs have adjusted in this pen today. You always gotta watch during adjustments because some don't handle it as well as others. But this isn't a huge group, and they are all pretty well established now, so I'm not anticipating problems. Everybody's doing their own thing all around the pen. No one's crying. You can see some of the lambs are just thriving. There's always standout lambs, and right now we have Ben playing silly buggers down here. Hi, you guys. They're at the age now where they're going to start developing their personalities. They're going to start getting curious. This one I know for a fact is Peanut's lamb. Oh, hello. This one here is Peanut's lamb, the one with the speckles. Peanut is a cross. And she has a really, really nice lamb. And he's come up. Hi. Did you know your mom is one of the friendlies? She's one of the friendlies in the group. You're a bottle baby. That's why you're here. But you're not a bottle baby. You look just like your mom too. You have the same face. You do. This lamb here, she's looking to be a standout lamb. We got a whole bunch of lambs eating at the trough. The ones who haven't realized that they have a whole area private from mom back at the front of the barn where they can get hay easily and creep feed without getting squished by their moms at the feeder. They will figure it out, and there'll come a time when we come in here and all the moms will be back here on their feeders and all the lambs will be in there. Hi. Hi. I can see you want to be a friend. I can see you do. I don't know if that's the same ewe lamb that I said earlier was a standout lamb, but it is a standout lamb. Right now she looks like she's built really well and she's got good growth on her. Ben is walking through the pen, so they're all a little curious about that. This mom just called in this lamb. He ran across the pen to her. She was calling for him. This is the one who had number 1. She was the first to lamb this season. Someone else just got called in up here. The easiest way to tame your sheep, if you want tame sheep, is just to sit in the pen with them. Not to bring food in or try to lure them in that way. I find that sheep that are food motivated come to you because they're expecting to be fed, are never as friendly, and they tend to be the ones that become more aggressive and demanding because they're wanting something from you. If you just sit in the pen and let them come to you, and eventually they'll let you pet them between the front legs, then you'll win them over really quick because they're getting comfort from you, and it feels good being around you. So they want to be with you to share loving time with you, not because they want something. Hi, you're a very handsome boy. That ram there has got a perfect Dorset head, in my opinion. This is Seymour. And Seymour is a really nice ram. He's got extremely good bones on him. You want good, strong bones on him, and he's really got strong bones. Who are you? Seymour? Seymour used to come to me only because he wants food, and his sister's like that. His sister is really annoying because she jumps and claws all over you because she always wants milk. But Seymour comes to you because he wants loving. And Seymour is probably going to end up being in the keeper ram pen. not just because he's friendly, but because he actually is an extremely nice ram. Hi, you guys. Pinky, is your mom ignoring you? She's probably eating. You don't look like you need eating. You're the heaviest girl. Pinky's the heaviest lamb in the pen so far. Right now we're in a breeding group at the back of the barn. In these groups, we don't want to see anybody losing condition at all, because they're not nursing lambs. These guys are actually growing lambs. So we want them to be in really good condition so that they have good lambs, healthy lambs, strong lambs. But we don't want them fat either. So we're always monitoring condition. These guys right now are exactly where we want them. Occasionally you'll get one that's fatter, one that's thinner. That's normal. When you have a large group of sheep, of course, you're looking to see what the majority of them are doing, how they're performing. And these guys are where we want them. I would say they're a condition 3. If your ewe's not up to good condition by the time she's close to lambing, or as she's growing lambs, you're going to probably have smaller, weaker lambs, or mums that can't produce enough milk for the lambs, or she'll get ketosis or any other type of ailment that sheep can get. But likewise can be said if they get overweight too. The mums can have the same problems with lambing. So you really do want to watch them and keep them in that middle range. And usually once you have them all at this stage, you just keep your feeding the same all the time, and that way they won't be changing. They'll stay consistent for lambing. So that's the nice thing about having them indoors, because you have that kind of control, and you can adjust their feed so that they're performing to their peak. So in this barn, all the sheep are Dorsets and Dorset crosses. They get fed an alfalfa grass hay mixture every day, and they get just a little bit of grain, like probably only a pound a head a day. We've found that Dorsets and Dorset crosses, the Suftex ones, are really easy keepers and don't need extra grain to maintain their condition. So we just give them a little bit. We find that if you give Dorsets too much grain, like if you're trying to feed them the same as Suffolks, you're going to get Dorsets going off their feed, limping because of laminitis and stuff. They just can't tolerate a lot of grain, which is good. Makes them easy keepers. And here come the boys. These are the January, February, March ram lambs that we have left. I'm guessing most of these will make it to our yearling pen for sale next year. And I know they're my sheep, but this is a really, really, really nice bunch of rams here. I think they would improve any flock. Really good bone, really good legs, really good backs, really good loins, really wide, and good dispositions. Except with each other. They still got attitude with each other. But we always keep rams of every size to suit every type of farm. So I don't want someone buying a ram I know who's going to become very big and putting it on like a Rito sheep. I think it's a terrible idea. So I have smaller, but equally as good, just smaller stature sheep for people with smaller framed ewes. And I have bigger sheep for bigger framed ewes, so that you can easily find a ram to suit every type of flock. Because not one ram suits all. I always tell people to buy rams that based on the traits that you want to try and improve in your flock. So if you want to improve front legs, for instance, pick a ram that has extremely good front legs, even if he's weaker on another point, just to get that trait into your flock. We've been doing that with the Dorsets for a few years now, because we found that Dorsets and Ritos were really weak on their legs. And we've been heavily trying to search for the good legs. And I think we have really improved the legs on our white sheep now. And now with our white sheep, our goal is to increase the muscling on them. And of course, you see, this is Ben's favorite time of the day. He thinks he needs to take the rams all the way out there. Come on, Ben! But he calls off so easily. Ben is a dog that wants more than anything to please you. Good boy! Good boy! Almost got left behind, that guy. He always stands back with the ewes for as long as he can at the gate. But after a while, he wants to be with the group, so he came tearing out to join the others. And there go the ewe lambs off to pasture, followed by Sally the Shetland. She used to be the leader of the group, but she gets credit for staying with them. At 17, she's earned whatever she can take. They're off to go grazing for the day now. Another beautiful day here. So although all our other barns are full, this barn always looks to be empty, because this is the barn where everybody's out at pasture. Thought we'd check up on the ewe lambs out in the pasture, and Sally here, our little Shetland, who was acting a little bit of a floozy yesterday. And we'll go see what Arnie's doing. He's working back here. So on the other side of the replacement ewe lamb paddock, we have a field that we rent. And this is the one that the soybeans just came off of. And Arnie's out there today because it's a nice day. And he's gonna disc the whole field up. That way in the spring he'll have less to do when he goes to plant this field, because he'll have already done one pass over it. So that's what he's up to. That's the nice part about beans. You can get them off early in the season still, and it gives you time to get some extra work done on the fields. Corn is a lot later, so usually once the corn is off, it's pretty well set in for winter, and there's not a lot you can do on the fields. That's the new disc he got this year too, the one that he rebuilt. Got a really, really good deal on it. I know a lot of people are getting snow around the country. We're still in summer temperatures here right now. I think Tuesday we're supposed to go into winter-like conditions, but nothing like in the prairies or the northwestern states where they're getting actual snow that sticks. Yeah, we're way above normal, and we're loving it. So that's the farm. I always think when I see all these barns from a distance, it looks like a factory farm. There's a lot of barns here. The dogs, of course, beat me back home. And they've got all the ewe lambs out of the field and back into the paddock here. And as you can see, they're sorted by group again too. We got Suffolk's on one side and Dorset's on the other. Hi, you guys. Are the dogs disturbing you? Ben, they don't want to be herded right now. Max, come here. So Cody just showed up. The rain is gone, so he decided to come finish off the beans. He's almost got this field done. But there's a whole other field behind that tree line there that has to be done too. But we're expecting that it's all gonna get done today, and that will be the end of the beans for this year. Since it's the last loading of the beans for the year, I thought I better come out here. As you can see, the fog's really rolling in right now. But luckily we got all of it off and it's all done. We just got these 2 wagons to load up. They should fill both wagons. There's probably about 40 tons left here. And that's it for the soybean season.
It's about 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night. We just got finished the beans. Crop come off pretty nice, about 1.5 tons an acre. None of it was no-till. It was all done the old-fashioned way. So I'm pretty happy with the yield. And the fog has rolled in. I don't know why the fog is so heavy. It kind of reminds me of Scotland. But on my way home, I'm going to make a corner here and not hit nobody. But, so hopefully when I get in the house, supper's ready. Not that I get upset when supper's not ready, but it's nice to have a warm meal. And Lynn is a great cook, and she does a great job on the meals. Well, I guess I just came home to have supper, and I forgot to check the sheep. So, since I'm having supper, I'm not going to give the coyotes supper. So I gotta just make sure all the ewe lambs are in before I go in the house, because it's getting dark pretty quick right now. I don't know if you can see that, but it's unbelievable fog. You don't see fog too often. Too often in this part of Ontario, like in the evenings. You can see fog in the mornings, but this is not common. So I don't know what's happening here. So I just kind of make sure all the ewe lambs are in for a second here. And I think they all went in. So before I go in for supper, I'm going to shut these gates because I don't want a sheep to be suffering with a coyote. So I'm just going to, don't see anybody out here. And the gate's still open, see? And they're all in. They're in a little protected home that they know the coyotes can't come in. So I close these gates for a few minutes. So it's even foggy. Actually, you can't see it, but it's actually foggy in the barn here too. So shut the gates at dark. I'm gonna go and have my supper and just make sure everybody's inside right now. Climb over these gates. Hey, buddies. So, I think they're all in. I just need a rough check here. They're coming after me. Unhook this gate for a second. Sorry, boys. That's it for tonight. Just a rough check out here to see if anybody was left outside. They always come in. It's rare that I have a sheep outside. And they're all in. So, I'm going to have supper. I'm a little late tonight. But I feel like having a little drink. Pretty happy the beans are off. And we're in good shape. Normally I feed these guys right now, but I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna have a break for a second.
Well, the beans are on their way and everybody's doing well today. So I think we're gonna call that a day. And thank you for watching. And I hope you join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.